from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here come the Browns on offense with Baker Mayfield, the former #1 overall pick at quarterback.
It was so interesting in the run-up to the draft to talk with different scouts. I got one to tell me that in his notes he wrote down, Mayfield, brash, happy-go-lucky, plays the same way, barely restrained improv act that frustrates opponents and sometimes his own coaches, but produces plenty of highlights. What do you think of that?
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Here are the Steelers making their way out, and with their longtime starter, Ben Roethlisberger, leading the way.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your opponent run it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 15 yards. And the Steelers Eagles have taken a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Peoples-Jones returning. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield, and finding the tight end, Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 15. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Roethlisberger will throw. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On first down, it's Samuels. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
On the coverage.
Roethlisberger setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Connor. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool there to make the grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for two.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but it's as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Eagles Jones on the return. The Browns take over first and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Here's Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle it, and this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Peoples-Jones returning. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Jones on the return. The Browns take over first and 10.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Delpit on the coverage.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to go up top again. His man, it's caught. Steelers touchdown. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there. I know often we're surprised when this actually... Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play.
And this is caught. He's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 56 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
If there were any concerns about the elbow for Big Ben, I think the evidence there shows us that he's just fine.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Peoples-Jones returning. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over first and 10.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This will be fielded at the 17.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
False start, offense.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And it's a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. On 3rd down, Mayfield. T.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Back now in Pittsburgh. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a 1st.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up with a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll look to run with Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
An incredibly short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. Still going inside the 30. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Well, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Peoples-Jones returning. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. A spin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he floated one out there incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. They're going to run. Here's Connor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is caught. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because it certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers.